Outside narrow, 717. Agitated. By water.
Hey, tourist. The intel you've been gathering for me has been enlightening, to say the least. Georgia is planning on a mass exile in the very near future. Many lives are going to be at risk. I have a few things to discuss with you. I know we were going to try to avoid the face-to-face, but the plan I'm formulating warrants it. Would appreciate your ear. Meet me in the same spot as the first time, Churchyard. Thanks for all you're doing. May. Hey, tourist.
Sounds like this is the opportunity you've been waiting for. I think you should go for it.
Thanks for the support, tourist. It helps, especially when the mind is working out so many what-ifs. I will leave the key to the reserve in the drop spot for you. Lantern will be on when it's there. When the shit goes down for the reserve, if you're thinking it's all too much and you want out, come find us. The Exodus could use someone with your particular set of talents. My hope is you won't be a fool, but my mind suspects you'll be too hooked on that damn reserve pipe dream just like everybody else. All I can do is wish you good luck and good judgment, tourist. Take care of yourself.
Didn't think I'd ever see another human being again.
You're not looking so good. What happened to you?
Ceiling collapsed on me. Was scavenging. Happened fast. Been stuck here a while. At first, thought I might survive, but I'm not gonna make it. Know that now. Who are you?
People call me the tourist. So let's go with that.
The tourist. Huh. My name is Kenneth, in case you give a shit. I'm in agony here. Feels like my insides are getting eaten by a billion bugs. Was wondering if you could do me 2 favors?
2 favors? I usually limit my favors to 1 per customer. But given your condition, I'll entertain the proposition.
You're real funny. First favor is the simple one. When our chat is through, kill me. The second one is to relay a message. If the little bastard is still alive, National Guardsman, like me, named Casey, my squad mate, left him behind in the bunker. Can you maybe get him on a radio? Frequency 61. Say, Waterfall.
Casey asked me to look for you. He's alive. In the bunker. He wanted to know what happened to you and the rest of the squad.
Casey's alive, huh? That's good to hear. Casey's alive, huh? That's good to hear. I didn't give him much chance, honestly. Thought he'd have blown his brains out by now, or shriveled away to nothing. Guess I underestimated him. If you make it back to him, tell him these few things for me. Tell him he's... Casey's alive, huh? That's good to hear. I didn't give him much chance, honestly. Casey's alive, huh? That's good to hear. I didn't give him much chance, honestly. Thought he'd have blown his brains out by now, or shriveled away to nothing. Guess I underestimated him. If you make it back to him, tell him these few things for me. Tell him he's a good guy. The guilt, it's not his. Tell him to let it all go. What happened at the bunker? He needs to wipe his brain clean. Tell him Kenneth set things right. Killed Trent, Jess, and Foster. Okay? You need to write it down or something?
I'll remember everything. Don't worry. But I am curious. What happened at the bunker?
Fuck it. I've got nothing to hide. We killed dozens of innocent people. Civilians trying to get into the bunker. When all the shit with the dead walking started to go down, we had orders to keep everyone out of the bunker. I don't know why. It didn't make any sense. But when it got too tense, we freaked. We mowed them down. Vietnam-style shit. Casey just stood there. Like a ghost. That fuck Foster. Fuck it. I've got nothing to hide.
I've heard enough, Kenneth. I'll tell Casey we spoke. Tell him everything you wanted him to know.
That's mighty nice of you, Uncle Tommy. Before you go to the bowling alley, blow my fucking brains out, yeah? That's the only way to remain human all the way to the end, right?
wasn't about to let those bastards steal all our shit. It's dog eat fucking dog now, and I'm the mama pit bull. Foster and Trin understand what's up. When you go through something like that together, something that ugly but necessary, you develop a bond to the group, no doubt. The other two, fuck them. They don't get it. Casey acting like he's innocent. Bunch of bullshit. And Kenny with his moral high horse routine, not gonna put up with it. I'm watching. They so much as blow a fucking fart in my direction, I'll put their asses down. Zero hesitation. Only the ruthless will survive this shit.
Casey with the goddamn wine. I'm about to put my fist through his teeth. We did what we had to do. Live with it. End of story. How the fuck that beanpole made it through basic is beyond me. Soft as a melted fucking marshmallow. Different story with Kenny. I respect the guy, but that doesn't mean he gets a pass. The questioning has to stop. We had to protect what was rightfully ours. This bunker is our home. The supplies are our lifeline. If we did not defend it, we'd have all been dead within 2 weeks. Now we can last months, maybe longer. We can survive this. A brutal decision was made, but we have to fucking stand by it, unified. If Kenny and Casey don't fall in line soon, I'll have no problem marching them out of the bunker door with a gun to the back of their heads.
I'm a good person. You know I am. Well, I saved my cousin Billy that one time for blowing off his fingers. All the other kids dared him to hold that M80 and light it, and I said no, Billy, even though I really wanted to see what would happen. What happened at the bunker, Jess says we did the right thing. Foster says it too, so that means we did the right thing. I didn't do anything wrong. Us or them, and we chose us. I'd do it again, probably. So that means it was right, right? When you can look back on something and know that you would do it the same way all over again, that's deja vu. Like, something happens and you say, you know, that's the way I'd do it a second time. Deja vu. That's how I know I did the right thing.
You there, Casey? I'm back.
Hey, tourist. Did you discover anything?
I found Kenneth.
You did? Is he still alive?
No, he's dead. But he told me some interesting things before it was over.
Shit. Rest in peace, Kenny. My friend. What did he tell you?
He wanted me to tell you something. You want to know what he said?
Yes, of course. What did he say?
He said you're a good guy. Not to feel guilt about what happened outside the bunker. To let the massacre go. He told me all about it. From his perspective. But I am curious about yours.
Well, if he told you what happened, why do you need to hear it from me? You know what you need to know, right? And you've told me my friend is dead, so we can move on, yeah?
I know it must be hard, Casey, to talk about it. But it's okay. Tell me what happened.
Yeah, you're right, tourist. It's not easy for me. There was a massacre. 3 dozen people at least. Civilians, right at the reserve entrance. Innocent people that we should have been protecting. I should have done something to stop it, but I didn't. I stood there, a coward. And now I don't sleep. I have a nervous twitch in my right hand that gets more pronounced every day, and the guilt is like a 10-ton weight crushing my chest. Are you satisfied now?
Those are just facts, Casey. I already know the facts. What I need to know is your perspective on the whole thing. There's a reason why you can't sleep. You're twitching like a junkie and your chest feels like it's caving in.
Okay, quit badgering me, please. I'll talk. Just give me a second to gather my thoughts. It's all fucking foggy. The whole thing escalated really fast. The first bullet was Foster. I wanted to scream no, but it's like I just left my body. Everything after that moment, it's like a nightmare. Jess and Trent started firing. Jess, she was smiling. Kenneth hesitated. He looked right through me, like he expected me to have his back. But I did nothing. So he started firing. After that, all I've been able to retain are weird details. Oh, the sounds, a hat, a cross. Man, sometimes when I'm here lying, trying to sleep, I can actually feel my fingers shaking on the trigger of my rifle, even though I haven't touched the thing since the day it happened.
What do you hear when the sounds come?
The sound of terror. Please. The gunfire. My own shouts. The thump of bodies hitting the floor. This cacophony will just swell up inside my head when I least expect it. This chaos. But I can still pick out every single fucking sound. I just can't shake it.
The feel of the trigger. Did you pull it?
Yeah. I didn't want to, but I did. Basic training kicked in. Follow orders no matter what. But I don't know if I killed anyone. I may have. Thing is, I'll never know. Maybe that's worse than actually knowing for certain that I did.
A cross? Like in a church? What's that all about?
Yeah. It's fucking strange, tourist. I see it. Real close up. Everything around it is hazy. Bullets chewing it up. Splintering the wood. It's from my church back home. The one my mom used to drag me to. You know, but that makes no sense. Well, it's just my mind fucking with me. Guilt digging in deep, I guess. fearing judgment.
You mentioned a hat. What hat?
There was this old man, shielding his wife. He had on this bright blue fishing hat, and I watched a flurry of bullets rip it right off in this spray of blood and skull. And this fucking hat, I swear to God, it's the exact same hat my uncle used to wear. And the bullets drove it into the wall, and it hung there for a second, dripping. And then it flopped onto the floor. The image, I can't get it out of my head. I'm worried it'll be there forever. And I keep thinking, was it me? Did I shoot those bullets?
You'll never know for sure, Casey.
That's exactly right, tourist. And I can't fucking deal with that.
Listen to me, Casey. Carefully. What happened outside the bunker, it's not your fault. That is clear to me. It was clear to Kenneth. You need to find a way to make it clear to yourself.
Yeah, I know. You're right, tourist. But it's not easy. Gonna take a lot of fucking work. Hey, maybe when this is all over, I can hire you to be my therapist.
I charge $300 an hour. Don't think you can afford that on National Guard money.
Yeah, probably not. Look, tourist, this little chat, it's worn me the fuck out. And I've got rewiring to do to keep from getting electrocuted next time I use this radio. Not that it really fucking matters. Doubtful I'm getting out of here alive. Without that key that has everyone riled up, this is all a waste of time. I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you later, I guess. Where is she? Nobody seems to know. The rumors are wide and wild. I can barely keep track of them all. Let's begin with the most unlikely. Mama is a ghost. She has never existed. Mama is a fabrication created by those truly at the cruel heart of the Tower Collective to serve as a symbol under which to unify their impressionable masses. Next, we have Mama is dead. Followed closely by She is deathly ill. Then, of course, one of my personal favorites, Mama is afraid of her people. So she hides, knowing that the Tower's time as the dominant voice of NOLA is drawing to a close.
Overwhelming. Northern Funnel. 113. Eradicate. Memorial Lane. Reclaim squad sweeping. The ward. Weapon crates identified. Memorial Lane.
Casey, you there? Casey, you there? Casey, good news. May said she would give me the key we need.
Good news? Oh, tourist. I would classify that as fucking outstanding news. No, look, I don't want to jinx it, but... No, you know what? I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Best not to risk the jinx. Let's just forge ahead. One step at a time. Okay, so, the part to repair the final pump. Gosh, I don't have much to go on. It's weird. There's been really faint chatter about it on a few channels that have been nothing but static for months. There's an outpost called Bastion, set up in a heavily defended duplex home. Barricades and optimal sightlines. The Reclaimed currently control it. Now, the place has been a hotbed of conflict between Tower and Reclaimed for a while. From what I'm hearing, that's where it is, so be ready for a shitstorm. Good luck, and hey, keep your head on a swivel.
You made it. I didn't doubt that you would, of course, but my patience was beginning to be tested. Let's start with a formal introduction. You are the tourist, and I am Jean-Baptiste. JB for short. There now, we can proceed to matters of more profound consequence. It is my understanding that this gizmo here would be of use to you. It's all yours. Consider it a gift. And when we are finished with our conversation, I will provide you with the missing dial that you'll need to operate it. Sound fair?
Keep it brief. I'm busy.
I won't take much of your time. You have my word. We all have business to attend to. Now, I prefer to play it straight. Once I received word that you were collecting these devices, and to what purpose, I saw an opportunity to connect with the city's most illustrious survivor and have a chat about the reserve. So I made it a priority to acquire one through various means I will not divulge. And now here you are. It is my hope when I am through, you will see the reserve for what it is. Nothing more than a crutch holding back the people of this fine city from regaining themselves.
You've piqued my interest. Go on.
I am a firm believer in the greatness of humankind, our ingenuity, our art, our towering scientific achievements. This reserve nonsense, even if the rumors about what may be inside it exceed our wildest dreams, the bounty will only prolong our addiction to survivalism as the only path in life. It will stifle our creativity. It will eventually lead to our withering doom. Now, this is the proposal that I have for you. Continue your search for the reserve. And when you unearth it, which I have the utmost confidence you will, destroy it. These 4 numbers will disable the entire flood contingency system. Mother Nature will rage through the reserve and take care of the rest. 1006. Flood the reserve and set us all free. Give this still glorious city the jump start it needs to refocus on something much grander than mere survival. Grant us hope, tourist, and thank you, most sincerely, for hearing me out. And let's keep this chat between us, if that's all right. I'm not sure my comrades would see the big picture benefits of removing the reserve from the equation. The floor's now yours, my friend. Anything on your mind that requires clarity?
I'm curious about the Reclaimed.
Yes?
The Reclaimed have made quite a mark on the city. How did the movement get started?
After my exile from the tower for insubordination, I took to raiding their supply lines. Rather efficiently, I might add. No one ever got hurt, and other exiles clamored to join my operations. Needless to say, Mama and her cohorts were not pleased with my exploits, and they sent several communications asking me to cease my pillaging or there'd be consequences. Of course, I refused. Politely. No one was gonna dictate the terms of my existence anymore. But it wasn't until the tower started sending thugs out to track me down and end me that I decided it was time to send a message of my own.
I've heard snippets about the Reclaimed philosophy, but it would be enlightening to hear it from you.
It's simple, really. We want to live purposeful lives, reclaim the world and our humanity along with it. Mere survival is so petty. It's beneath us, forcing people to focus solely on survival. It's cruel, really. I believe we must invest in a future of our own design. Life is not worth living otherwise.
I have some other questions for you, JB. I want your perspective on the reserve.
Uh-huh.
Why choose me to destroy the reserve?
Because you're the one best equipped to find the accursed place, and I trust you will do the right thing when you do. Call it a hunch.
How did you find this code to flood the reserve?
One of my scouts came across the corpse of a National Guardsman in Rampart High School. The body had a manual for a bunker's flood defense system. I put two and two together.
If the rumors about what's inside the reserve are true, wouldn't it benefit the Reclaim to get your hands on it?
You are absolutely correct. But once those supplies are gone, then what? The same old fruitless pursuits. And there is the very distinct possibility that the tower gets to it before we do. The only way to guarantee this city will move forward in the proper direction is to remove the reserve from the equation entirely.
I have some other questions for you, JB. I've heard enough.
Fair enough. Then we are finished here. The dial, as promised. Godspeed, tourist.
Oh.
We finally meet, tourist. After all the hype, you're not exactly what I expected. I'm Georgia. Maybe you've heard of me, maybe not. I could give two shits. What does concern me is the man inside the building you just stepped out of. We tracked him here. Heard the commotion upstairs. Did you kill that fool?
You won't have to worry about JB and his yammering anymore.
The tide has fucking turned. Thanks for doing what needed to be done. From this point on, just keep steering clear of the tower, and there won't be any issues between you and me. I'm not a fan of issues, in case you couldn't tell. And when this shit with the reserve pops, I'll make sure tower troops have orders to steer clear of you.
Don't hang around.
Out for a stroll. What the fuck, Grabby? You got a problem? Nothing better to do?
Gonna hurt you if you keep that weapon out.
Who's got my back?
My dear Georgia, we have gone too far. This has to stop. We are not cruel. No matter what our community is facing right now, we have to remember our promise to the people. I understand the need to pivot when faced with a crisis, Georgia. Those responsible for the atrocities that led to the disease were brought to justice. We have to put the lessons we learned from all that tick business behind us. When I first learned that those animals were serving human flesh to our most desperate, simply to meet hunting quotas, I was enraged. But as difficult as it may be, I had to pivot. I had to try and understand the desperation that drove them to hunt human beings. Maybe our scavenging quarters were a misstep. Yes, punishment was warranted. But we cannot allow those horrors to color all the choices we make moving forward. We must help people, not abandon them. I have been changing course and making difficult decisions a majority of my life. We can figure this out. We can get this community back on the right track. I may be a bit compromised these days, but my mind is as sharp as ever. You need to be patient, and you need to trust me. You know, I have always thought of you as the daughter I never had. Have I ever steered you wrong? We will return to better days. Your mama.
Hey, Casey. I'm back, Casey. Ready to repair the pump. You still alive?
Yeah, alive, but almost swimming. No turning back after this, tourist. We have to get after it. I'm running out of time. You prepared?
I'm ready.
Okay. Serial number first.
(749-0003-13).
All right. Set valve A to 38.
Valve A, 38. Green.
Valve B needs to be set at 44.
Valve B, 44. A, B, double green.
You're a machine, tourist. Okay, valve C. Set it to 60.
Valve C to 60. Green all around. Button press and we are calibrated.
Excellent. Okay. The last pump is not far from the cemetery. It's in a concrete industrial shed in the old jazz park, near the statue of the musicians. Should be easy to find. The key you got from May unlocks the door to the shed. Now, once the part is installed, contact me and I'll get the pump system started. We are so close, tourist. Access to the reserve for you. Get the fuck out of the reserve for me. Can't wait.
Tourist, thank you, and goodbye. Maybe our paths will cross again. Maybe not. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. Personally, I think you should follow us out of this doomed city. Like I said, you would be an asset to the Exodus. But you need to follow whatever story resides in your head. Just know that you are a part of my and Umbra's story, along with the stories of a couple dozen folks who might have been dead by the end of the week if it wasn't for your efforts. Umbra wanted to give you one more drawing. I think she hopes it'll sway your decision. Good luck, and I hope you find what you're searching for. May.
Casey, come in. It's go time.
Awesome, tourist. Never doubted you.
That's a load of bullshit, Casey.
Well, sure, there were a few times I doubted you, but hey, you proved me wrong. All right, I'm gonna power everything up. It should work, but you never know. Guess we need to be prepared for anything. Okay, here goes. Fingers crossed. All right, I'm gonna power everything up. It should work, but you never know. Guess we need to be prepared for anything. Okay, here goes. Fingers crossed. Oh, yes! It's working! What a fucking relief! I can hear the pumps firing up overhead.
Oh, shit.
Wait, what? What's the problem? Something going on out there?
Yeah. St. Vincent's Church just lit up. Can see it all the way from here. The location of the reserve is no longer a secret, Casey. Fireworks, marching band, and a big neon sign flashing the reserve might have been more subtle.
Both sides are gonna descend on this place like flies on shit. I need to get the fuck out of here. Now. God damn it, tourist. I still can't open the door. Okay, think, Casey, think. All right, I think I know what's going on. The doors won't open until the pump system knows where to redirect the water. Let's see. There's a manual flow control inside the church. Now, you need to get over here quick. Open the valve to one of the rooms so the water has a place to go. Then the doors will unlock, and I can get the hell out, tourist. Come on, please, please. I don't want to be stuck in this place when a bunch of nuts with guns show up feeling greedy. And neither do you.
My space, my rules.
heard something. Bring it, you brainwashed! Let's take this asshole down.
Got a Houdini on my hand.
Rat must have crawled back.
Taurus, come in. Time is short. Taurus, are you there?
I'm here, Casey. At the controls.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I'm not sure how much time we have left before my room is underwater. Activating the pumps just fucked everything up. The room is filling up fast. Look, I need you to redirect the flood flow to the armory, and quick. Look, I know I promised you all the weapons you'd ever be able to carry, but I'm sorry. We have to let them go.
What happened with the pumps? I went through all that trouble for nothing?
I don't know what happened. Maybe the system was already pushed too far. Point is, you need to redirect the flow, and now, or I am dead. I know I sold you a bill of goods that I can't deliver on anymore, and that sucks. I'm sorry. But this is my life we're talking about here, tourist. Flood the armory. Please. Oh, it worked! Holy shit! Thank you, tourist! Oh, for a second I thought... Oh, never mind. The door unlocked. I'll head up and meet you in the church. Fresh fucking air!
Establish a perimeter. Flush out any reclaimed stragglers. No mercy.
Round those heads. You'll have those hands with talent hook now. Move straight now. Who the fuck rang the bell?
Shit! Heard us close.
Just up the fucking street!
Voices down. We draw their attention, we gonna get slaughtered.
We gotta get the church open!
Relax! Everybody shut up!
Are you fucking kidding me? Hey! You shut that fucking kid up now! Fucking next guy's gonna get us all killed.
Back off! Take one step toward me and I really ring the bell. Every walker in 5 mile radius will descend upon this place and tear everyone apart.
You don't want to do that. Just because we're safe in here doesn't mean you can ring that bell and kill all those people. That you, tourist? Oh, thank God. Look, you have to talk some sense into her. If she rings that bell...
Didn't you hear them out there? Needlessly slaughtering each other when they should be unified. They have always been stupid and cruel, even before the world went to shit. Their fucked up philosophies, their petty treachery, even the innocent, their pathetic desperation. They all twisted my priorities, blinded me to the truth. I should have been looking after me and mine. All along, I allowed them to take her away from me. They are the reason my daughter is dead.
May, you shouldn't do this. It won't bring Umbra back, and you're not a murderer.
Tourist! She's lost it. Listen to her. We can't let her ring that bell. One of us has to kill her. Please, don't force me to do it.
I'm glad you're here, tourist. To bear witness. The slate needs to be wiped clean.
Thanks for stopping her, tourist. I'm not sure I could have brought myself to do it.
I was not about to let her kill innocent people. No matter what happened to May.
You did the right thing. I'm just sorry it had to happen. It's eerie. All this going down right here. In this church.
Same spot as before. I know it doesn't really mean anything, there's no connection, but... It still has my skin crawling. Knowing all those bodies from the massacre are just right over there. Part of me wants to confront it. Pay respects. Another part of me wants to run out the door. I'm sorry about the reserve, tourist. I made a promise. I couldn't deliver. There might be a few things down there to scavenge, but anything really valuable? Well, it's gone. Hey, you may as well check, though. I'm gonna head my own way. I've been cooped up so long, I just feel like I need to get moving. Get out of this swamp and head back north. Hey, thanks again, tourist. You saved my life. I won't forget it. I don't care about any of that, Casey. What's important is that you made it out. I'm gonna head down to the reserve, see what I might be able to scrounge up. Good luck to you. Hope you make it north safely.
My dear New Orleans, I had the most wondrous dream. I stood outside the tower barricade, alone, gazing up at the monolith to oppression as silent flames crawled greedily up its concrete sides and black smoke choked the sky. I approached the barricade and it crumbled into dust before me. And in the tower yard, reclaimed warriors stood with torches in hand, proud and defiant. Their masks alive, dark, swirling oceans of endless power. Throughout the yard were statues of fearful human forms molded from ash. Upon closer inspection, I realized that the statues were our enemies. Defeated, left vulnerable.
Reclaimed. Heavy presence. Bastion. Southern Bump. 421. Suppress. Old Town. Northwest Corridor. 313. Investigate. Bastion.
Please.
What happened here?
Umbra. She ran after her mom as they were taking her away. Right into the middle of everything. The crossfire.
Where's Umbra's mother? Where's May?
I don't know. She ran off. Into the shadows. We were desperate to get back into the tower. We thought if we turned May in, tower would take us back. Take care of us.
got my back.
This should be fun.
Oh!
I've got this, no sweat.
Who's there?
This asshole must be stupid.
We can't win this! Fucking tower's got us outnumbered!
We're dead, we don't
Oh.
fall back!
Run! Move up now!
Retreat! Cowards everywhere!
Oh.
Come on. Forrest, are you there?
I'm here, Casey. At the controls.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I'm not sure how much time we have left before my room is underwater. Activating the pumps just fucked everything up. The room is filling up fast. Look, I need you to redirect the flood flow to the armory, and quick. Look, I know I promised you all the weapons you'd ever be able to carry, but I'm sorry. We have to let them go.
We had a deal, Casey. I help you and the reserve supplies are mine. This feels like a bait and switch.
Yeah, I could see how you might feel that way, but complications arise, okay? This was a possible scenario, yes, but odds were against it. But here we are. We have to adapt. And besides, this is my life we're talking about here, tourist. I mean, supplies are just supplies. Wait, what did you do? You fucking psychopath! I trusted you! Oh, I hope you burn in hell! You, no, not like this!
Establish a perimeter! Flush out any reclaimed stragglers! No mercy!
Found those kill after those cans. Cowards like that. Who the fuck rang the bell?
Shit! Heard us close.
Just up the fucking street!
Voices down. You draw their attention, you gonna get slaughtered.
We gotta get the church open!
Relax!
Shut that fucking kid up now! Fucking exile's gonna get us all killed.
Back off! Take one step toward me and I really ring the bell. Every walker in a 5-mile radius will descend upon this place and tear everyone apart. Didn't you hear them out there? Needlessly slaughtering each other when they should be unified. They have always been stupid and cruel, even before the world went to shit. Their fucked up philosophies, their petty treachery.
Reclaim patrol spotted. Bastion. Southern bump. 717. Sweep. Via Corolla. Northwest corridor. 421. Uproot. Old Town. Weapon cache confirmed. Bastion.